What up, everybody? It's Jason, and I want to show off a few more stacks of cards that I received over the last week or so, and I went on my buying spree. I picked up a couple different lots of wrestlers who used to be on WWE or WWF or WCW or TNA or whatever, ECW, and now they're with AEW. In this case, they're two commentators. One's been a wrestler a little bit. He wrestled about 2 or 3 matches, I believe. Nothing crazy. Just to kind of just, have some fun. The other one's just strictly commentating now. The first one I'm going to show off is Tazz with 2 Z's or now 1 Z. I believe, I'm not for sure, there might be somebody out there who knows. I believe these cards are from Russia. I've seen, there's going to be one here later on that is of the Big Show. That's the other guy, Big Show. Oh, but let's let the cat out of the bag. But I think some of these are Russian or from other countries. I could be wrong. There's nothing on the back of this card. I mean, for all I know, this is just somebody made this card and cut it out. It looks like it was cut out maybe of a magazine or out of some kind of game. But here it is. I mean, it says TA3 and 218. I think it's maybe even a sticker. But there's the Tazz right here. Then we have this Tazz card. This is from some sort of game also. Here comes the paint on the back. The WWF card. There you go. I'm a huge fan of Tazz. He's a great commentator. I didn't know much about his career in ECW. He was wrestling when he was pretty famous with ECW and WWF/E, I guess. When I wasn't really watching wrestling, I didn't really watch the Attitude Era much. I mean, of course, I knew about it. I knew a lot of the wrestlers. I kind of knew a lot of the storylines just because it was so popular. I never really watched it, and I knew who he was, Tazz. I didn't know much about him. And when I did kind of watch more regularly, he was a commentator. So I honestly don't know if I even put together that he used to wrestle. But I love him as a commentator. Him and Excalibur on Dark, on AEW Dark. And then also on Rampage are great. And then Dynamite, and he shows up in other aspects. He's actually a manager, I guess, for Team Tazz. He's great at that. He really does pretty good with the microphones, on the stick, talking some crazy stuff, which is always a good time. But I do enjoy him, and his faction of Team Tazz has been pretty good. They've been pretty relevant and pretty prominent storylines over the last year and a half. So there's that. Next one up is another card of Tazz here as a commentator, essentially. Another one. A lot of these cards, I got this whole lot for $2, and then I think each one was like $2 to $3 shipping. But then the guy waived the shipping, so I checked, and he either gave me shipping for free after I bought the first lot, or it was like an extra $1. So I bought this one, a Big Show one, and I think I have one other one. I think two are the Daniel Bryan I showed, and also the previous one, Daniel Bryan, and whoever was in that other one, I can't remember. I got all 4 of them for like $15 total, so it's pretty good. Here's another one. This is a cool looking one, like this Heritage of Tazz right there. Card. Thought that was pretty cool looking. And let's see here. Here we have him in some action shots, which is nice. Here's a SmackDown. It says throughout the Alliance invasion, Tazz was repeatedly attacked to set an example. The one man crime spree got his revenge. I guess that's Vince McMahon and Joe Heyman. So it doesn't say who. It doesn't say who he's doing that. Who he's doing the wrestling there. I don't see who it says. It does not say. But anyways, there's that one. That's good. And then here he is. It looks like he might be with Scotty 2 Hotty. I don't know. The blonde hair. I could be wrong. It says signature moves. He started out as like a real threat to the WWF roster, and he kind of came across as like a big scary wrestler who could like put the hurt on you. But then unfortunately he got jobbed out to all the big guys like Triple H and like Undertaker and a few other guys I've seen, and then he just kind of became like a mid-card guy. And it was unfortunate because if you go back and see a lot of his matches, I mean, he was doing stuff that other guys weren't doing, like a lot of the MMA stuff, a lot of those like pride fighting type of fights, you know, submission holds and things, and no one was really doing that at the time. And then he kind of just got, you know, and Vince McMahon doesn't like small guys, and Tazz is a small guy. I don't even know if he's 6 foot tall. When you see him sitting next to other people, he looks quite small. So Vince McMahon, he likes those big beefy dudes. So Tazz really had no chance. This looks like that looks like Jerry the King Lawler there. I don't know if that's correct or not, but here he is. I mean I think that's the King, or that singlet thing he wears or whatnot. But there you go. That's, you know, there's Tazz right there on Raw. So I like the autographs they put on there. I like to go. The other one has some silver. Here is one. He's looking pretty BA right there. Right, yeah. And then there's a cool one here with the chrome on the Heritage card. I like the Topps chrome here. I've always enjoyed chrome when I really collected baseball cards. Chrome, the Topps chrome products, and Heritage chrome always was cool looking. There, he's still wearing the sunglasses all these years later. And then here he is with, I think, one of the Dudley boys. I think it looks like but was it Bubba Ray or Bully Ray or whatever? So here he is with one of the Dudley boys, like he's getting ready to slam him here. This is one of the what do you call it? One-man crime spree. I guess that's what his nickname was. The one-man crime spree. See, that stuff I don't know about your body. I don't keep up with it. So I didn't keep up with it back then. So next up is the Big Show. Here, this is the one I was telling you about. This, I believe, is a Russian. You look at the bottom there, it looks like it's something in Russian. And the Big Show, now he was brought on at the beginning of this year, middle of the year, I can't remember exactly. He also is a commentator. He's one of the main commentators with Tony Schiavone on Elevation. He's also had some run-ins with the Nightmare Factory with QT Marshall and a couple of his guys. They've had a couple matches, nothing crazy. I'm not a huge fan of him, like doing this like little matches. I mean, I think he should have if he wants to get back in wrestling, I think there should be a little bit of a little bit of a story being told. He also kind of got into it a little bit with the Gun Club with Billy Gunn. Now that would have been cool to see a Billy Gunn Big Show match. That would have been awesome. I don't know if that might actually happen because it's still kind of lingering in the background. Here's a Slam Attack card here. That would be cool because Billy Gunn is deceptively big. You don't really think how big he is until you see him against other guys that are big dudes, and you're like, wow, Billy Gunn is actually quite huge. Here's another one of the Russian cards. Again, I don't know, here's what the back looks like, if that helps anybody. So anybody who knows about the Tazz card, it looks maybe like a little sticker. And then this one actually says 50 out of 200 on the bottom there. So anybody knows anything about these cards, I'd be eager to hear. Here's a card that is in Spanish. It's a Panini card, but this is in Spanish. As you can see, it's acetate see-through. Woo! I don't know anything about this card aside. I mean, obviously, this is like an actual release product because it was a Panini. It's on the back. WWE sponsored it. You can see the back of it. It's a WWE logo on there. So that's actually a actual, original release. It's not some sort of, fake release or whatnot. But it's in Spanish. So I think this is some sort of insert card maybe. I'm not for sure. But there you go. If anybody knows anything about that, let me know. And then we have the Big Show helps the Bar win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And so you have Sheamus on there and Cesaro. So there you go, Big Show there. And then you got SmackDown. This is SmackDown, I guess, card here. 7 foot tall, 383 pounds from Tampa. Big Show. And here's another similar one. This is a Topps Chrome Refractor. This is the reason why I got this lot. I mean, again, this whole lot was $2. The whole lot of cards here of the Big Show, all the Big Show cards and the Tazz cards were $1.99 a piece, with I think $2 shipping. But like I said, I bought this, the CM Punk one, the Big Show, the Tazz, and the Bryan Danielson. So $2 a piece. So that's $8. And then shipping was like, he gave it to me shipping like $3 or $4. So I think I spent $12 on all these cards. Another card here from Raw, which is cool. Here is another card. Now we're getting into some base cards, but again, I didn't have any of these cards. So I'm trying to go through and get a bunch of these cards. You know, people like Big Show has had a long career, so there's a lot of cards on the market for him that I don't have. Another one of his Topps cards. It's just weird to see these cards in wrestling form, because I've been looking at them as baseball cards for 30 plus years, 35 years or whatever. And then to see some of these cards come out that I've used to see them in baseball form, and then they're the exact same design but for wrestling, it's kind of weird. Like, I know what this is 2015. I mean, I'm going to look to confirm. Yep, 2015. I just knew it. Just by looking at it, I knew this is 2015 Topps Chrome. I didn't want to say that, then obviously it wasn't. I'll be like, oh, whoops. Might be, dog, might be. But Topps Chrome. Here's another one here of a Big Show holding up some jabroni over his head, which is another typical Big Show move, picking up guys that are, of course, big dudes to most people, and then lifting them up over his head and just, like, you know, just dropping them, just throwing them up above his head and then dropping them down. This is a cool looking card. This is a Topps Heritage card. I just like the way it looks. It has like an old school look to it of the Big Show here. This is, again, WWE Topps Heritage. So I just thought this was a cool looking card. Like that card a lot. Here he is. Oh, here he is with Billy Gunn right here in this picture here. I mean, that looks like Billy Gunn. And so there you go. This is when he was still with the WWE, when they were still with the WWF, before he switched over. So I'd like to see that match one more time. I think that'd be a cool match. Now I know that probably, you know, Paul Wight, which is his real name, what he goes by now, is nowhere near in the same shape that Billy Gunn is. But it'll be a fun match to watch, I think. And here we have like some sort of, I think, insert card of the Big Show. It says access granted. Right here, some kind of like a electronic, you know, old school computer style card back in the day, though. PC, internet card. It has a lot going on for it. You can look on the back. Kind of has some of those graphics from back in the day. And then here we have another, I think, this base card of Big Show as he's getting ready to. I can't tell who that is, who he's got, whose arm he has, but yeah, them right there, looking pretty menacing. This is a cool card. He just looks like a BA on this. He just like, yeah, that's me. Big Show here again on the Topps Heritage. I feel like I did a good job for $2 for this whole lot of cards. I got like 20 cards. And I think a couple of these cards, I looked them up on Trading Card Database. And one or two of the base cards were, I don't know, they were like short prints, but they were like $20 or $9. And I think one of the refractor was, you know, $3 or $4. So, I mean, again, I'm not doing it because of flipping or money value, but just nice to know that not all the cards were like a nickel. Here's one I thought was kind of cool. This is some silver, I don't know if this is a variation or this is just a normal card, but here's a kind of a shiny card, silver card of the Slam Attack cards. It's OMG Moments. I'd never seen this one before, and I've seen a lot of these just like not the silver. They would just be like the plain card stock, so I don't know if this is a special one or not. Again, I don't know much about the Slam Attack stuff. Here's another one of the Russian cards, or what I think is a Russian card. At the bottom, as you can see, it looks like the Russian language. And this is like the Tazz card, where Tazz had like it said like TA3 on it. This has some longer name. Again, the back's just like stars on the back. But anyways, and then here's another one of the Russian. The reason why I said I think it's Russian because it looks like Russian. I mean, I could be wrong. For all I know, this is some dude in, you know, Albuquerque making these like card stickers or whatever in the back in his mom and dad's basement. And this is just some knockoff card, and it's not from Russia. But I mean, someone went through the time to actually put this on these cards, or again stickers. I don't even know. So there's another one. And then here's another one with no face, no facial hair, which is unusual for him. He's usually rocking a goatee or a beard or maybe some sort of, Fu Manchu kind of thing he had for a while. Here again is the Slam Attack, what I was telling you about a moment ago. These are what I usually notice, the Slam Attack cards. The other one was was dipped in silver. And then the last card is another one of the Spanish cards. I don't know, again, if they were released in Mexico or released in Latin America. But this is cool. It's acetate. All I can read is Big Show because it's in English. I don't know. I don't read or speak English or Spanish. Really. I mean, I know a few words, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, guys, that is it. Let me know what you all think, how I did. So 2 guys that are now with AEW, Tazz and Paul Wight, a.k.a. Big Show. And let me know what you all think. I think I did okay for $4, maybe, let's say $6 with this group shipped for these cards. That's quite a bit. So until next time, thank you for watching. Peace.